Jai Hind students. Today understand the physical quantity energy. As you know, energy word is also a very common word in our life, that sometimes we say that I am feeling very tired, I am feeling very low energy. So that means somewhere we use energy in our life. But what is the meaning of energy and what are the various facts related to energy? So to know the energy in better terms, we are going to understand this in detail in today's class. So for me, energy is just like money. For example, if we go to the market and if I want to buy something or anybody wants to buy anything, what is the essential thing which you should have with you? That is money. Because money gives you purchasing capacity. So money, if you have, that means you are able to buy something. That means money provides you the capacity to purchase. So money provides you the capacity to purchase. Similarly, energy is the capacity which is required to do work. Without energy, you cannot do any work. Just like without money, you cannot purchase anything. So similarly, without energy, no work will be done. So if I take the definition of energy, so what is the definition? The capacity of doing work. Means if you have energy, you can do work. If you don't have energy, you cannot work. Similarly, as if you have money, you can do marketing. Without money, you can't do anything. You can't buy anything. And here also one thing is similar, that is it necessary that if you have money, then you buy something? It's not necessary. But I have a capacity. So I will buy or not buy, it's my choice. Similarly, if I have energy, I can do work. But it's my choice whether I will do work or not. But if you have to do the work, energy will be there. Without energy, thinking of work is no worthy. So, energy definition is there, the capacity of doing work. Now, what is the unit of energy? Its also unit is same as of work, that is joule. So many of us think that although they are different quantities, work is different quantity, energy is different quantity. Work is when you are buying something, that is work. Now for buying anything, when you are spending money, that means you are giving energy. So energy is the capacity and the work is when you lose your energy and you buy something, that means you do some work. So that execution of that work is, you have to understand. So energy talks about the capacity and works talks about by spending that energy you are doing something. So that is called work. So unit of energy is also similar with the work, but work and energy, they are both different terms, although they have the common unit, joule. And later on we will come to know about that how energy and joules, energy and work is interrelated with each other, and that's why we have a common unit also. Okay, so later in next classes we'll come to know about that. Now coming to types, like when you go to America, dollar is used. In India we use rupees. When you go to Bangladesh, it will be taka. in different countries we use different currency note. But do you think that the dollar, the taka or rupees or ruble or euro, whatever is there, they are different or they all are money only? They all are money, but they are found in different form. Different countries have their own currencies. So when you have to buy something in America, you will have to get converted rupees into dollar. If an American tourist come to India, the dollar will get converted into rupees, then only he or she can do the marketing. So means if we have variety of currencies in the different countries, similarly nature has not provided the capacity of doing work, that is energy, into single form. It has also some varieties, and for different type of works we use different types of form of energy. So we are going to list out today what are the different types of forms of energy available, just like different types of currency available in different countries. So heat energy, the heat we are knowing, so thermal energy also known. So heat energy is one of the form of energy which is generally used for cooking, burning something. Then chemical energy, like petrol and diesel, candle, these all have hidden chemical energy. Okay, so the energy is stored in the form of chemicals. Inside the chemicals are known as chemical energy. Then light energy, from which we are able to see the whole world, that is also a form of energy. Then sound energy, by which we are able to sensitize our ears and we can hear each other, we can communicate with each other. So sound is also a form of energy. Electrical energy, the energy which is flowing in the wire, in the flowing charges. Actually in the wires the charges are flowing, so that also constitute energy, and that we call electrical energy. Then we have some energy from the oceans also in the form of wave energy. As we know, the waves rising up and down, they have also energy. Then tidal energy, as we know in this chapter only, gravitation, we have come to know that when the sun and moon together comes together, due to combined gravitational force of moon and sun, we experience tides in the ocean, and these tides have also stored energy, so that we call tidal energy. Then geothermal energy. Geothermal energy, as we know, inside the earth crust everything is boiling, everything is in the molten state. So the heat which is hidden in the form of molten rocks inside the earth crust is called geothermal. Geo means earth and thermal means heat, means the heat which is hidden inside the earth is called geothermal energy. Nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is a very rich source of energy, and nowadays it is getting famous also, it is becoming famous also. Nuclear energy is the energy obtained from the nucleus of any atom, not from the cell of cell. Nucleus word is used in the cell also in biology, but not that nucleus, the nucleus which is present in any atom. From any nucleus also we can get a large amount of energy, very huge amount of energy. Till now it is the richest source of energy. Now it can be obtained in two ways, different ways. One is called nuclear fission, in which what we do, a large nucleus is broken into two smaller nucleus, and in this process large amount of energy is liberated, so that we can use for our, either we can use for destructive purpose also, just like in atom bomb. Atom bomb, it is used in the for the destruction, so it can cause large scale destruction, as we have experienced in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And nowadays the whole world is also under the threat of nuclear bomb. Every day you can listen that this country is threatening other country that I have nuclear bomb or nuclear missile. So if it is going to be used, it would be very devastating for everyone, not for the countries those who are fighting with each other, but for everyone, because the consequences we have already experienced in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And if we use in a peaceful manner, so we can produce electricity from that, like in nuclear power plant. In various locations of whole earth, in different countries, different nuclear power plant are running to produce electricity. So that is the peaceful use of nuclear fission. Now on the reverse, just opposite to that, nuclear fusion is also there, in which lighter nuclei combine with each other to become a large nucleus, just reverse of this fission. This process also produces a large amount of energy, more than this fission process, and this can be also utilized for destructive purpose as well as peaceful purpose. No, so for like hydrogen bomb works with nuclear fusion. And other use, which is a very richest source, that all stars are source of energy, and the brightest stars for us is sun, which we take it as a god. Why it is god? Because without sunlight, the survival, the existence of our is not on this planet is not possible. So stars, all stars does nuclear fusion method to produce electricity, to produce energy in the different form of sunlight, like solar energy, visible light, infrared, ultraviolet, and so on. So nuclear fusion is the source of all stars, in which, as we know, that all stars are made up of hydrogen, and the hydrogen nuclei are fusing with each other to become helium nuclei. So in this process, large amount of energy is liberated. So this also is one of the form of energy present on the universe, that we have to, in the universe we have to understand that. So now one more is there that we have to understand in this chapter also, mechanical energy. Mechanical energy, and mechanical energy has two parts, kinetic energy and potential energy. So we will have a detail of this potential and kinetic energy in the next classes. So mechanical energy is actually the combination of kinetic and potential energy. Okay, in brief, right now I can say that what is kinetic and what is potential energy. For potential energy, if any object comes in abnormal situation, just like there can be two ways of an abnormal situation, like when you are getting height. So the natural position of any object is the earth's surface, but when you are attaining height, you are going abnormal situation. That means you are going against the gravity. So gravity doesn't want anybody to go up. So in that situation, if you are getting a height, so when you are getting height, so you are getting an abnormal situation. So you are going to possess a potential energy that we call gravitational potential energy. And in another way also you can get abnormal situation, that when you deform something, just like a spring. So when you are stretching a spring or rubber band or anything, that is abnormal situation. Or when you are pressing also, that is also an abnormal situation. So that is called elastic potential energy. Potential energy has two types, gravitational when you are attaining height, and elastic potential energy when you are deshaping anything, when you are changing the configuration of any object, shape and size, then we have elastic potential energy. So we will have a detail of that. And what is kinetic energy then? Then in brief I can say, the energy possessed by any object by virtue of its motion. That means when an object is in motion, any object, whether it is a small dust or any large aeroplane or anything, or any asteroid or meteors, anything, then it has called kinetic energy. So the energy possessed by any moving object is called kinetic energy. So mechanical energy is the combination of kinetic and potential energy. We will study later in the next classes. So these are the varieties of energy present in nature. Now at last I will talk about conversion of energy. Just like I said, when an American tourist visit India, it has to convert the dollar into rupees. When we go to America, we have to convert rupees into dollar. So that means every country you have to do exchange of money, otherwise you cannot purchase anything. So means although you have a buying capacity, purchasing capacity in the dollar, if for American tourist it has dollar, but when it has to buy something in India, it has to get converted into rupees. Similarly, for energy also conversion is required, because I said that from one form of energy cannot work everywhere. Okay, so suppose I have to run my fan, I can run the blades of fan with a stick also, but how long I can do so? So we have arranged some motor kind of thing. Now motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Electricity we provide, and then we get motion into it, and motion means we get a mechanical energy. So motor we have developed, so that conversion is required. So motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. In reverse, generators, there we provide motion and then we get electrical, just reverse of motor. So that means there we provide mechanical energy and we get electrical energy. Similarly, when we do ironing of our clothes, so there we provide electrical energy to produce heat energy. When we cook our food on the gas stove, so there chemical energy, because LPG has a chemical energy. So when it burns, it produces heat energy. That means here the chemical energy is getting changed into heat energy. When you speak in mic, so our sound energy is getting converted into electrical energy. Then that electrical energy is amplified further to produce amplified, that means high energy sound energy. High energy of sound, that means makes the sound louder. So everywhere we need conversion of energy also. Okay, so that is very much required. So for today's class, this is the discussion. Just wait for the another class also.